Yeah, to try to deliver the blow early, first, of course, and to try to knock them out, because we knew they were going to come with aggression, from start to finish. So I think we did a great job of just sustaining, our lead and really staying focused even when times were rough.
We're a championship team. I just think that, like I said, we have to stay humble, and we cannot allow anything to distract us from what our goal is. And, so I'm going to stay on the guys, and Coach is going to do his thing and to make sure that, we stay humble.
And the Magic are proving they are a postseason force by becoming the first team in NBA history to start the playoffs with 8 straight wins after losing in the NBA Finals the previous season. As for the teams to win 7 straight after losing in the Finals the year before, well, all of them went on to win the title.
Something that we should explore. Because Rondo is definitely dominating the series. I'm at the point guard position, and for me, I don't have a problem with taking Rondo or guarding Rondo throughout the course of the game. And if the coaching staff or the guys want me to do it, I will.
Well, after out-rebounding a guy an entire foot taller than him, Shaquille O'Neal, and causing overall fits for the Cavs defense, Rajon Rondo has been basically unguardable, prompting a lot of critics to say that LeBron James should be covering the Celtics' most lethal offensive weapon. However, the guy making the decisions isn't so sure that's the right answer.
The part that makes it a little tough is during the flow of the game when Pierce is in there. You put Bron on Rondo, and now you got a smaller guy on Pierce, and it could open up another can of worms. So
LeBron's going to be LeBron. He's a great help defender, so he's definitely going to be helping. He's a good defender. They did it a couple years ago when Kobe was checking me in the finals. So I'm used to bigger guys guarding me.
We don't care who guards Rondo. We're going to still run our stuff. It's not like we're going to stop running our offense. So we anticipated it. I've only talked about it for 3 games. We know it's going to come at some point in the series. And when it does, we have to find a way of using Rondo and making sure he's still the facilitator.
Well, whatever happens in Game 5, it's been quite obvious who the stars have been in this series. LeBron has outscored Rondo by 8 points per game, but the Celtics point guard has out-rebounded the 6'8" James and has double the amount of assists. Game 5 is set for tonight in Cleveland, and our own Tim Legler gives his take on whether the King should D-up on the kid.
And while I have an awful lot of respect for LeBron James as a defender, in fact, I think he's one of the better defenders in this league, I think it would be a mistake for Mike Brown to put LeBron James primarily on Rajon Rondo. Maybe for a possession here or there to mix it up, give him a different look. But guarding a point guard is completely a different animal than guarding a 2, 3, or 4 player. LeBron James' help defense is critical to this team, and when you guard the point guard who's initiating the offense most of the time coming over half court, most of the action is behind you as a defender, and that's not where LeBron James can be of the most help to his team defensively, not to mention the fact who's going to guard Paul Pierce. I don't think Anthony Parker, Mo Williams, or Delonte West want that chore and allow that giant to waken.
Come on, Dukes! Hey. Yes! Holy I'm a miracle! Father Pat, he stepped on the line. He stepped on
No, it was legal.
No, he stepped on the line. You were looking at it. Come on.
Jackie, he made the shot.
Who the hell has $10,000?
Relax. The beer company will pay him.
We're not really a sponsor. Just sounded professional. Holy crap! Hey, congratulations to Dukes! He just won a giant check that says $10,000. Cool. Look at the size of that thing. Go have yourself a ball. Second half coming up next.
Now it's time for your final dunks of the night from the conference semifinals, and we begin with Superman tearing up hot Atlanta on Monday night.
Playmaking, how about that? Again, we're talking about the willingness to pass, and Matt Barnes making a beautiful pass.
Meanwhile, out west, Shannon Brown was biding his time before beating the buzzer in the first.
Brown got the step.
Shannon Brown with an explosion.
And finally, back to Georgia, where D12 completed a sweep of the Hawks in dominating fashion.
Howard climbs up, grabs it, and then the two-handed slam.
That was a bad.
Now, with all due respect to Kobe, tonight's stat sheet stuffer has to go to Pau Gasol. The Lakers' big man finished with a game-high 33 points on 12 for 18 shooting as the Lake Show completed the sweep of the Jazz. Gasol added 14 boards, a pair of assists, and 2 blocks, and hit 9 of his 11 free throws. Pau Gasol is your stat sheet stuffer of the night. And before we go, while the recently eliminated Spurs say they will, quote, continue to evaluate any opportunity that comes, end quote, GM R.C. Buford said that he does not expect to shop Tony Parker during the offseason. By the way, Parker has a $13.5 million expiring contract set to come off the books next season. Meanwhile, in Parker's native country, 19-year-old Ricky Rubio scored 9 points and dished out 2 assists, helping his team grab the EuroLeague title. And that will do it for this edition of The Dime. We hope you enjoyed the show and leave you now with our call of the night.
The Lakers advance to the Western Conference Finals. 111-96. The final score, they make it a 4-game sweep. The first time in franchise history the Jazz have been swept.
Orlando with the sweep. They move on to the Eastern Conference Finals in consecutive years. The Magic take care of the Atlanta Hawks.